Welcome everybody to Ignite Product Training and the Product 101 webinar series. Today's topic is getting started with Young Living essential oils. Hi, I'm Brenda Rogers and I'm the Training and Education Manager for Young Living Australia. I'm also a naturopath, a nutritionist and a life coach. I'm talking to you because I love natural medicines and natural therapies. I also love empowering people with education and resources so they can take better care of themselves and their families. My goal today is to show you how Young Living can make a difference in your life. And today's presentation is designed for new members. So I'm going to show you how Young Living can make a difference to your life by firstly introducing you to the Young Living lifestyle. Through your contact and involvement with Young Living and its members, you will learn more and more about how to experience lasting wellness. As Gary and Mary Young, Young Living's founders, say, the Young Living lifestyle is about 1. Replacing harsh chemicals in your home. 2. Enhancing your health to reveal your natural radiance. I love those words, natural radiance. And despite our busy, noisy world, number 3 is helping you to find peace and calm. We do that through the wonderful essential oil infused products that we have here at Young Living. I'm going to tell you about those products that can make a difference to your life by introducing you to a very important resource, one that comes in your starter kit, the Young Living Australia Product Guide. I'll be using this today to show you the entire Young Living product range and other resources. So this guide is full of practical information and is almost all you need to get started. It will be actually really helpful if you have it with you, if you have it on hand, so you can flick through along with me as we go through each section. Today we're going to cover the key topics in the product guide shown on the contents page on page 1. In the follow-up webinars, we'll be breaking these topics down and covering things in much greater detail. Today though, we'll be briefly covering the topics about Young Living, what are essential oils, the essential oils themselves, and the at-home range, healthy and fit, and personal care and sharing the lifestyle. On page 2 of the product guide, you'll see our founder and his passion, which is to bring wellness and abundance to people all over the world. This is the Young Living lifestyle I've already mentioned. Young Living is a purpose-driven company and has been growing at a phenomenal rate because more and more people like you are wanting to take better care of their health and their wealth. So, let's start by talking about quality. Young Living founder, Gary, says, we take the stewardship of our planet seriously. Our state-of-the-art production process brings you the purest oils on earth. So, we call this production process seed to seal. Unlike perfume oils that simply smell good, Young Living essential oils have been produced in a way that makes sure there is the optimal blend of plant chemicals retained within the oil to ensure that maximum potency and the results that we want. This quality commitment is a huge part of who we are and is what makes Young Living special. I'm going to go through the process here now. The first step in the 5-step process is seed selection. So not all seeds are created equal. Potent essential oils come from plant species that are strong and healthy, of course. Selecting seeds that produce the highest therapeutic value is a vital first step in the seed to seal process. Here's how Gary tells the story.
Welcome to the Young Living Farm here at Mona, Utah. This is where our seed to seal story really begins. And this is an exciting time of the year, and it's an exciting place to work and to be, is here in the greenhouse. This year we propagated 1.7 million lavender starts that will be going into the field while you're here, and you'll get to participate in planting some of these. Every part of producing a pure, genuine therapeutic grade essential oil begins right here in the seed selection then in the planting in the greenhouse, developing the plants, and then going into the field. One of the things that is very specific, and the standard that I have set, is not just in planting the seed and how we do it, but it's in the seed selection. Before harvest, I have 6 of our field workers that go through the lavender, and they see the plants that are the strongest growing plants, that have taller spikes, the lush, beautiful, deep colors, whether it's a white or a light blue or a deep purple. And because of that seed selection that's so important to, again, the quality of the essential oil. And once that seed is selected after harvest, then it's brought here to the greenhouse. We go through the cleaning process, and then the planting begins the first part of March. And so from seed to harvest is a 3.5-year cycle. So every year we're planting, this year will be 150 acres of lavender. And we average about 50 acres in the year in the past, but now we're doubling that because of our growth. Young Living holds every one of our partner growers to this same standard. And we maintain the same standard on all of our farms worldwide, all 11 of them, and growing. We're proud of what we have and see this great journey of the seed to sale process. Young Living, the world leader in essential oils.
Amazing, isn't it? The second step involves the cultivation of the plants. How plants are grown affects their essential oil quality and their purity. Young Living's knowledge of soil preparation, sun and water needs, and even the need to cultivate plants with love leads to the production of the highest quality plants with the best quality oil. Also, we know that pesticides kill important enzymes in the soil, and we need those enzymes to get the nutrients up into the plants. So responsible weed and pest control is a really important part of what Young Living do as well. Let's watch the video on step 2.
Cultivate. Young Living farms located around the globe provide an ongoing source for essential oils that meet Young Living's demanding quality standards. Our experts also travel the world, visiting our co-op farms to verify that their growing and cultivating processes match our rigorous standards.
Young Living's standard for oil quality supersedes any production or wildcrafting standard in the world because we've taken it to that higher level. And that's why we're so proud of what we do, and that's why I invest the money I do in our farming so we can be sure that the oil that you have, the oil that you're putting on your family, your children, your loved ones, is the finest and the highest quality, genuine therapeutic oil that exists in the world, without question. I'm walking here in the goldenrod field, and this is one of our aromatic plants that is really beautiful. When you come, this goldenrod is going to be almost double the size, and for some of you it'll be at the top of your head and others will be at your chin. It grows extremely fast and it's a beautiful plant. To my knowledge, this is the only domesticated, cultivated goldenrod farm in the world. Part of the work here at the farm is cultivation that's really important for all plants. You contend with Mother Nature and the weeds and grasses that come with it. And here, as you're walking the fields, you're going to see weeds. And you want to be thankful for that because that tells you that we're not using the toxic glucophosphates found in chemical sprays for weed control. So a big part of cultivation is not just weed management and weed control, but it's also soil aeration. The better that you can feed the plant, the better the oil is going to be. And that's why Young Living's essential oils are so powerful, and the best quality you'll find in the world is because the effort that we put in to maintaining good quality soil management through our cultivation system. Enzymes are perhaps the most critical element in the soil in raising a plant because the enzymes help the plant to be able to take up the nutrients, minerals, vitamins, proteins, everything that that plant needs, even the conversion of the carbon dioxide, the oxygen, the water, all of that is facilitated by enzymes. So keeping the soil rich in enzymes is so important. Their job and love working with the plants, work in the fields, because that love, as you know, is the activating force of all healing. They give their love to these plants just in their work and their energy. These folks that work here and on all of our farms know what is important and why it is important. So with that said, I invite you now to jump on the bus. We're going to go up to the lavender field and you're going to get to plant your very own lavender. It's an exciting time as we grow and go into the future.
I find that whole cultivation process really powerful. The third step is the distillation process. Young Living distills its plants in a way that protects the natural plant compounds in the essential oils from being destroyed. Gary shares it this way.
Distill. With our cutting-edge fusion of ancient and modern techniques, Young Living is recognized as an innovator in essential oil distillation. We use a gentle, proprietary steam extraction technique for distilling the most effective essential oils, as well as using cold pressing and resin tapping methods for select oils.
Now I'm really excited because here in Highland we innovated the first time in the world of a distillery being completely computerized. You're going to see that here in Utah today as you're visiting the distillery, as we have taken it to another step here that is even more exciting. Also cameras that are being installed so I can monitor the distillation from my iPhone any place in the world. So that's a big part of it that you'll get to watch while you're here today.
Next is the very important testing process. New plants to the farm are rigorously tested to determine the best time for extracting the oil from the plant. Also, each batch of distilled oil passes through stringent testing to make sure that it's pure and potent. Let's see it live.
Test. We never accept diluted, cut, or adulterated oils.
So as soon as oils start coming off the separator, we have one of our lab people pull samples and bring them here to the lab. This is another aspect of Young Living that sets us apart from everybody else in the world, because we test our oils right on location where they're being distilled. Now, why is that important to me? As a grower of the plants and a distillator of the plants for oil, I need to be able to study that oil and really identify the right time for the harvest as well as the right time for distillation. I can only do that by pulling samples every 15 minutes and bringing them up here, injecting them into our auto sampler that goes into the GC. If we come over here to this little demo board that we put together for teaching, that's what we tried to create here. This is a symbol of a column that we're looking at back here in the oven. So by testing the oil, particularly on new plants that we're discovering for the first time, we will run actually hundreds of tests to determine the best time of the year, the best time of the harvest, the best time of the day for the harvest, and then there's another part of it. How long does that plant material lay on the deck before it's actually distilled? All of these are variables that will affect the plant and the maturing time to create the richest oil that can be extracted. Only through the testing and the analysis can we discover that. Young Living is in charge of every single oil that's distilled because we want the highest quality that can be afforded in the world. And that's our commitment to our seed to seal process. And this is part of it. So a laboratory where we can do the GC, the mass spec, the optical rotation factors. All of these are so critical in being able to produce the highest quality essential oil in the world without question. Young Living, the seed to seal process. Thank you.
The last step before you receive your oil is the sealing and labelling process. Young Living seals and inspects each bottle of essential oil and codes them with tracking information before shipping them off worldwide. This wraps up a process that reflects the extraordinary, uncompromising commitment to quality that Young Living has, so that the oils that you put on your body and that of your family and friends is the purest on earth. As Gary says, it's what makes Young Living special. But let's hear it from Gary one final time.
Using state-of-the-art equipment, each essential oil is carefully bottled in protective glass bottles, ready to arrive at your doorstep as pure and natural as the carefully cultivated plants from which they were distilled.
Here we are in the bottling lab, and this is the final step before your oils arrive at your doorstep. Now, one of the things that I just want to back up a little bit and explain to you, when the oils come out of the separators in the distillery, they go into these stainless steel drums. You need to know that Young Living oils, from the time they go in the extraction chamber until they go into your bottle, only touch stainless steel or glass. So the oils go into the stainless steel drums, they're brought into what we call the decanting and filtering lab, where they're put through the stainless steel containers, stainless steel pipe, going into glass separation funnels. We're able to control with the petcock here the amount of oil that drips out, where we can separate the finest oil droplet until we capture only the oil that we bring over here. This is not our main production lab, naturally, but in our distilleries in Utah, here in Highland, St. Mary's, and Ecuador, we have a simple bottle capping and labeling assembly set up. So when our distributors come for the harvest, they love to come here in the production lab and simply fill the bottles, put the caps on, and then spin the label. So they get to experience, when they come to the harvest, and I'm going to say this, when you come to the harvest, you get to experience the entire seed to seal process. Folks, this is what makes Young Living extremely special and extra special. And not just because I say so, but because we live it. We don't talk it, we live it. We practice what we preach. So my quest is we, Young Living, will always be pioneering and setting the highest standard that exists in the world today. Young Living, seed to seal process, our commitment and dedication to quality for you.
So now you can imagine how important it is for Young Living to own its own farms in order to be able to monitor the production process. This is something unique to us among essential oil companies. We own our own farms. If you check out the next pages in your product guide, you'll read about many of those Young Living farms. But reading about it is one thing, and then visiting a farm, as you're invited to do, is a whole other experience. I highly recommend putting this on your bucket list for the future. Okay, so let's now learn a bit more about the oils themselves. What is an essential oil? The term essential oil is thought to be a shortened version of the original word quintessential oil. Apparently, this stems from Aristotle, who believed that matter is composed of the four elements: fire, air, earth, and water. The fifth element, or quintessence, was then considered to be spirit or life force. Distillation and evaporation were thought to be processes that remove the spirit from the plant. Nowadays, of course, we know that essential oils are physical in nature and are composed of a complex mixture of chemicals. So an essential oil then is the extracted volatile oil or the essence of the plant. Young Living has 4 key categories of oils and oil-infused products listed there on page 8 of your product guide. These are the pure essential oils, one category, which includes the singles and the blends. Next is the at-home range, then the healthy and fit range, and of course, personal care range. We're going to look at each of them briefly here, and we'll be covering them in more depth in upcoming webinars. First, let's take a look at the guidelines on how to use essential oils. Page 11 gives us vital information on how to use essential oils for maximum results and also how to minimize or avoid discomfort. Inhalation is a wonderfully convenient way to use the oils. So many of us will have several bottles in our handbag or the car or the kitchen or all 3, so that we can open the bottle at any time and just inhale deeply for that positive aroma and that positive effect. Otherwise, you can use a diffuser to fill a room and also your car or your office with your favourite essence as you're going about your daily routine. Another favourite way to use the oils is to apply them directly to the skin, and many of them are suitable for doing this. Add a few drops of the oil directly into the palm of your hand and then massage all over. Or purchase a roll-on oil blend or add a roller ball to your favourite oil and roll into your temples or the back of the neck or some other specified area. Be sure though to learn which oils are suitable for direct application and which ones are recommended to be diluted. We're going to cover that briefly now. The oils are the concentrated essence of the plant, so it's important to pay attention to their appropriate use. If you follow the guidelines found in your guide, you won't cause any discomfort to yourself or others. If, however, an oil does cause some discomfort on the skin, just use a pure vegetable oil or Young Living's V6 oil to dilute the essential oil. Please do not use water to wash it off, as this spreads the oils and they disperse even further and really doesn't help with any of that irritation. How do you learn which oils should be diluted, which can be used neat, which are okay to use in your diffuser, and which ones should not be used if you're out in the sun? Well, your trusty product guide can teach you this, of course. If you go to the bottom of page 15, you'll find the legend, and you'll also see it up there at the top of your screen. Here you'll see a small coloured symbol next to the words photosensitivity, neat, dilute, and aromatic. See where my arrows are pointing? Then if you look at the individual oils, like the Stress Away that I've put up on that slide, you'll see that those icons are just underneath the product name. So what do the symbols mean? The first one is a yellow sun, and it tells us that the oil causes photosensitivity, meaning you become more sensitive to sunburn. The key is to avoid exposing skin where the oils have been applied to the sun 12 to 24 hours after using the oils. The next symbol is the blue star, and it tells us that the oil can be used directly on the skin without the need to dilute it in a carrier oil, so therefore neat. The next symbol is the 3 green circles, and this shows us that the oil should be diluted to avoid discomfort. Then we have the diffuser symbol, and this tells us that the oil can be used in a diffuser or also directly inhaled. Some oils and oil blends are not recommended to be used in a diffuser, so make sure you check. You don't want to clog up your diffuser. Before we have a look at the products and the product ranges, let me say something about the application of the oils. I know you'd like to know more about what the oils do and what they can be used for. However, we won't be covering this today, but we will be covering it in future recordings, future live webinars, upcoming live Young Living events, as well as in various other resources. The longer you're with Young Living, the more you will learn. Essential oil singles. Pages 14 to 24 give you a list of the single oils available in Australia. Some have seasonal availability, so you can check with member services to find out if oils are in stock. Each oil has an image and a description. At the top of the description, we can see the common name and the botanical name, as well as the product code underneath. You'll also see the quantity that it comes in, so either 5 mils, 15 mils, or in some cases both. And you'll also see those symbols that we were just talking about, telling us how to use the oils safely. On page 25 to 33, you'll find the oil blends. As with the singles, each blend has an image, a description, and product details. Then we have the roll-ons. Several of the blends are also available as roll-ons. They're great in your handbag or beside your bed. You can glide the oil over your body without getting the oil on your hands, as well as apply them to target areas such as your feet or the lower back, depending on what you're wanting to achieve. Stress away, for example, is great when applied to the temples. Massage oils. On page 37, you'll find several massage oils that are blended with essential oils. I particularly love these for putting on my skin after a shower. You can also use them for massage, and of course they make great gifts. The V6 oil is a little different to the others. It contains no essential oils, so you can add your own favourite blends or singles. It's also great to have on hand to dilute oils on the skin if someone happens to feel a little discomfort. Let's have a look at the collections on page 40. The collections have many practical uses, but they're particularly wonderful as gifts. For example, if someone you know is going through a tough time, perhaps grieving, you may like to offer them the Feelings Kit with instructions included. Or if you know someone who's a health practitioner who loves to massage, the Raindrop Kit is lovely. I think the Everyday Oils collection would make a wonderful gift for a new mum or even as a wedding gift. Now for the accessories. On page 42, you'll find carry cases, branded bags, droppers, labels, roller balls, and other accessories that are available to help you make the most of your Young Living products. Try out the stickers. You put them on the lid of your oils, and when you've got them in a carry case, you'll be able to know which oil is which. On page 44, you'll find the diffusers. Diffusers are a fantastic way to bring the oils into your home or office, or even your car these days with the Orb diffuser. I use them in my clinic. You can do amazing things to influence your environment and to help others that you live and work with by using your diffuser. They're also a great thing if you have Young Living customers, as it helps to keep them sort of experimenting with new oils every month. But don't stop at one diffuser. I recommend you have many. The premier one is the Aria. This is the one to put on your Christmas wish list. It has music and lights, various time settings, and of course it's a very beautiful accessory in any room. There's this one, but there are also many other diffusers to try. Now let's take a look at the home range. Many people who experience chronic illness are keen to purify their home environment and get rid of chemicals that can be harmful to their bodies. Slowly replacing all your cleaning and personal care products is a really great idea, as store-bought products are often laden with industrialized chemicals. Young Living has the fantastic Thieves range, which not only smells amazing, but works incredibly well for the majority of your cleaning needs. There's also toothpaste and dental floss, waterless hand soap, and other products in this range. Make sure you have at least the Thieves household cleaner in your home. And as you're already buying toothpaste and mouthwash, it's a good idea to upgrade to these next time you need some more. And we have something for the kids too. Children with their sensitive bodies and their immature livers are bound to benefit from a wellness approach. So we have bath gel, lotion, toothpaste and shampoo, beautifully soft and gentle for kids. Let's talk about the supplement and food ranges. As you know, vitamins and minerals are two of the foundations of healthy nutrition, but these days, diet alone often can't provide enough of these essential nutrients. Young Living has supplements that contain bioavailable, food-sourced vitamins and minerals and essential oils, helping you to feel your best. This is the natural radiance that we were talking about earlier. Though there are many products in the wellness range, and we'll go into them in more detail in another presentation, I'd like to speak to you briefly about Ninja Red. Ninja Red is Young Living's best-selling product, so I was keen to research it further. I found out that it's an excellent daily tonic because of three things. Ninja Red contains whole Ninja wolfberry puree, so all of the constituents of the berry, including the pulp, are present. Also, number 2, it's not subjected to heat, so the powerful antioxidant nutrients that help protect against cell damage are retained. And 3, perhaps most importantly, Ninja Red contains 4 essential oils: lemon, orange, yuzu, and tangerine to help nourish the body. Ninja Red is a tonic, so it's meant to be taken daily and works best in promoting well-being. It's a wonderful and simple part of a holistic, healthy lifestyle. Personal care. Here we continue our theme of only putting on our bodies products that are free of harmful chemicals. Oil-infused hair and beauty products are incredibly effective at enhancing our natural assets without the downside of a ton of toxins being absorbed through the skin. If you take care of what you're consuming and putting inside your body, and you use Young Living natural skin and hair care on the outside of your body, you're in a really good position to look and feel the best you've ever felt. From page 60, you'll see the beautiful array of oil-infused creams, lotions, balms, and mists for creating soft, smooth skin. My favourite at the moment is the El Brillante lip gloss duo, which has lip gloss at one end and an essential oil blend at the other end in this long, pretty wand. If you want to check it out, it's on page 71 in your product guide. You can have a look. On page 63, you'll find oil-infused soaps, shower gels, body lotion and deodorant for your chemical-free shower routine. I recently bought the Bon Voyage kit, which is a great travel kit. It has mini bottles of everything you need, including the Thieves Waterless soap and a toothbrush. Lastly, on page 65, you'll find what I call fragrant magic for the hair. There's a selection of shampoo and conditioners for all hair types. Sharing Young Living. So when you fall in love with the Young Living way of life, you may want to share it with others and have them enjoy wellness and abundance as well. We have many resources for helping you to do that. On page 68 and 69, you'll find merchandising gear, sample sachets, and printed materials for sharing Young Living. The Young Living website is full of information, so make sure you take the time to look around it. There's press information, history, event information, and heaps more. In addition, we have many online resources for you to utilize. This includes the new virtual office with all your account details, order information, and downloadable resources as well. And this is constantly being improved and updated. Look out for further training on this in the future. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and there's a Young Living YouTube channel as well, all designed to help educate and support you in sharing Young Living with others. To To learn more about how to get started with Young Living, you can check out page 71 for information on the basic starter kit. We also have the premium starter kit, which includes essential oils and a diffuser. Page 72 is a must read for all the info on Essential Rewards loyalty program and the kits you're entitled to buy as a Young Living Essential Rewards member. Well, that's it for today. Thank you very much for your time and attention. I look forward to being with you at the next presentation.